Luke, I was absolutely shocked today to read the stat that the family home, this is a new home, so a house and land package, about 40% of the cost of that home is taxes and charges. Now, Sydney, most expensive, of course, but if we use a Sydney example, that's $500,000 going to statutory taxes, regulatory costs, infrastructure charges. I mean, this is a scam. We've got abundant land. So this is a tax strategy by state governments, isn't it?
Well, Peter, you're absolutely right. People who have a 30-year mortgage now, if they're able to buy a home, the first 12 years of that is paying off taxes. And we need to make sure that all levels of government, federal, state and council, are focused on their jobs and not unnecessarily spending money that they don't have, because at the end of the day, it's then just a grab to bring in more taxes that get added onto things like developments, that get added onto greenfield estates and get added onto land and house packages. And we're seeing as prices increase, it becomes more and more unaffordable. So you've got to actually make sure that you're reducing regulation to bring down costs. Obviously, the Coalition has plans to help with infrastructure costing, some $5 billion that Peter Dutton's announced under a Coalition government. We've got plans to reduce demand a little bit by lowering immigration to better levels. But out of the million people that Labor brought in 2 years, I think 5,000 of them were actually chippies as well. So we've also got super for housing. A lot needs to be done, but you're spot on. It is getting harder for people, but we need to make sure that young people can have the dream of home ownership. The Coalition's committed to that. We want to make sure that they can own their own home. And right now we need ministers that can drill down and make sure that we're not adding costs onto these house and land packages.
Matt, have the calculators broken down in Canberra? Because I look at this information today about how the electric vehicle tax break has blown out. It was supposed to cost us poor taxpayers about $55 million a year. It's actually going to cost us $560 million a year. How on earth can we trust anyone in finance or Treasury to do any forecasting? It's crazy.
Well, absolutely right. I mean, these are the same people that Jim Chalmers was using the other week to spread lots of misinformation about their Coalition's policy to allow small businesses to deduct lunches, just like the cost of lunches for clients, just like big businesses can. So you can't believe any of the figures that come out of Treasury and get it this wrong. I mean, this is ridiculous. And most of these subsidies, of course, Peter, go to high wealth individuals. I'll let you on a secret. I was actually looking at buying a Tesla last year because, don't all jump on me yet. But you were looking at these. We were looking at replacing our second car. It's 15 years old. These tax benefits are ridiculous. Like, I didn't vote for them, but like Kerry Packer, I don't want to give money to Canberra for nothing. They're wasting it. So we were going to almost do it. Guess what, Peter? Pollies can't get it, though. We can't salary sacrifice, so we couldn't get the tax advantage. But it is ridiculous. When I looked into it, the amount of money we're giving on people, the people on a 50-cent tax bracket, they're the ones who benefit from this. The struggling Australians, the battlers who are struggling with cost of living, they don't get it. And the Labor Party brought this in. It should be scrapped. Even though I was going to use it, of course, I'll use any tax deduction that's there. But get rid of this stuff and actually support Australian families that are struggling.